friends, welcome to Relief Tutorials again. Let us start with the new chapter of Science Chemistry, Chapter 1, Chemical Reactions. Before starting the chapter, let us recap some terms from the lower standards. First of all, what do you mean by element? Definition of element is basic, fundamental substance present in every matter, any one of the matter, solid, liquid, gaseous. Basic fundamental substance present in every matter is called as element. For example, water. So we know the water is made up of two fundamental substances, hydrogen and oxygen. Let us say common salt. We know that common salt is basically made up of sodium and chlorine. We know the chemical name of common salt is sodium chloride. Its chemical name. The basic substance present in them is sodium and chlorine. Many such substances, for example, sugar. Sugar is basically made up of three fundamental substances: carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So in these way, these are the matters. So every matter is made up of some fundamental substance, and these fundamental substances are called as element. I think you know that there are 118 elements are discovered up to today. Okay, most of the elements are in solid state, some are in gaseous state, and you know only two are in liquid state, mercury and bromine. So these are some, I think already these things we have learned in 9th standard. This is element. Every element is symbolically represented. For example, hydrogen is symbolically represented by H. If you think about, let us say, this is one of the iron rod. This is iron rod. So this is element because it is made up of its own fundamental substances. It is not made up of two or more substances. So this iron is one of the element. So it is made up of its particles. Okay, and the smallest particle of this element is called as its atom. Okay. For example, water. Again, so let us say this is water. So water is basically made up of, let us say this is what chemical formula of water is H2O. So water is made up of two types of fundamental substance. So this is not element. Water is not an element because it is made up of two or more type of fundamental substances. But here iron is called as element because it is made up of only one kind of atoms. So this is a single type of atoms. The whole, if you think about the smallest particle, is called as atom. So if you study this one, if you study this one, if you study this one, each and every atom will be same. So element, having another definition based on this, it is made up of only one type of atoms. Okay, so another definition: group of identical atoms. Group of identical atoms. Similar. Identical means similar type of atoms which have similar chemical and physical properties. So group of identical atoms is also called as element. So if I again ask you, this is one of the copper piece. So copper is made up of only one type of atom. So if it is made up of only one type of atom, this is called as element. Let us say this is a piece of common salt. Common salt is made up of sodium, chlorine, sodium, chlorine, sodium, chlorine, this way. So it has not only one type of atom present, it has two types of atom present in this. Means more than two or more than that. So such type of substance are not called as element, they are called as compound. In the 9th standard, you have seen the chapter element, mixture, compound. I think you have studied all these things. Every element is made up of only one type of atom, and every element is symbolically represented by its atom. For example, hydrogen. So hydrogen is represented by H. Oxygen is represented by, you know, that O. Iron is represented by Fe. Sodium represented by Na. Chlorine represented by Cl. These way we know the symbols. Okay, so these are some basic symbols. So every element is represented in its atomic form. Element is in its atomic form represented by H, O. What do you mean by H? H means one atom of H. O means one atom of O. Na means one atom of sodium. Cl means one atom of chlorine. Ar means one atom of argon. This way. Mg means one atom of magnesium. So this is the atomic symbols for element. Now, let us say if I think about H, this is symbol of atom of hydrogen. Okay. O means atom of oxygen. This is a symbolical meaning. But the question is, if you think about one atom of hydrogen, so whether this one atom of hydrogen is available in nature or not, whether hydrogen exists in this single atomic form, whether the oxygen is available in single atomic form in nature. No, hydrogen is not available in single atomic form. Means if you try to find out hydrogen in a single atomic form in the nature, in air or in water, so wherever you see, it will not be available in independent single atomic form. So it is available in which form? It is available in this form. If you remember, it is available always in the group of 2. So H2 is the naturally available state of hydrogen. Let me repeat again. Hydrogen, one atom of hydrogen is not available in nature, in free state, in independent form. One atom of oxygen is not available in nature. So if you try to find out independent oxygen in nature, you will always find O is available in the form of O2. Hydrogen is available in the form of N2. Chlorine is available in the form of Cl2. So make the difference. What is the difference between H and H2? So H is the atomic representation. It doesn't mean that it is available in this form. H2 is called as its molecular representation. This is atom and this is molecule. O atom, O2 molecule. H atom, H2 molecule. N atom, N2 molecule. So one more word you have to remember. What do you mean by molecule? So there are two types of molecules we have seen in the 9th standard. Molecule of atom and molecule of compound. So what do you mean by molecule of atom? Independent form. Independent form of atom in which it exists in nature. Molecule of not atom, we can say it is molecule of elements. Molecule of elements, independent form of element. Independent form of elements, say hydrogen atom, hydrogen element. So hydrogen is available in which form? H2. So H2 is molecular formula of hydrogen. O2 is molecular formula of oxygen. N2 molecular formula of nitrogen. Cl2 molecular formula of chlorine. Okay, many others. For example, P4 molecular formula of phosphorus. S8 molecular formula of sulfur. So say one more example. Let us say helium gas. Helium normally represented by He. So this is a symbol of atom. Okay. Now question is whether this helium is available in the single atomic form. If it is available in single atomic form, then the molecular formula also will be He. Just like in hydrogen's atom is single atom is not available. So H is atom and H2 is molecule. But here in the case of helium, He is atom and He is itself molecule. Many others. For example, argon. Argon is also represented by Ar only because it is available in the nature. It is available in a single atomic form in your surrounding. So many examples. These are some examples of molecules of element H2, O2, N2, Cl2, P4, S8 and many others like this He, Ne, Ar means helium, neon, argon, xenon, radon, krypton. These are some gases molecules which are available in single atomic form. Okay, for example, sodium. So sodium is also available in single atomic form. So it is represented like this. This is its atomic representation as well as its molecular representation. These are some molecules of element. Now, what do you mean by compound? Otherwise, let us see first of all, what do you mean by molecules of compound, just like the molecule of element? What do you mean by molecule of compound? So we know that compound is made up of two or more substances. So water, so H2O is a molecular formula of compound water. NaCl, it's a molecular formula of sodium chloride. For example, MgO, magnesium oxide, molecular formula of magnesium oxide. Let's say C12H22O11. These are the chemical formula of sugar. So these are the molecules of compound and these are the molecules of element. You can see that in element it is made up of only one type of atoms. Okay, more than two, but one type. Here the types are two or more than that. Here two types of elements are present, basic substance. Two types of atom here present, two types of atom here present. Three different types of atoms present here. Many examples, sulfuric acid, H2SO4 is there. So three different types, hydrogen, sulfur, oxygen, three different types of elements are present. So they are the molecules of compound. These are the molecules of element. So these are the basic terms which you have learnt in the previous standard. Now let us see the chapter, chemical reaction. What do you mean exactly the chemical reaction? Number of times we use this word. That, for example, hydrogen reacts with oxygen to form what? So when hydrogen reacts with oxygen, they form water. But what exactly the meaning of reacts? Means what exactly happening when they react? What do you think? When hydrogen reacts with oxygen, so this is hydrogen and this is oxygen. So the react means what? They come closer and stick to each other. That is called as reaction? No, it is not so. Reaction means what? Losing, gaining or sharing of electrons. Losing, gaining or sharing of electrons with one another is simply called as chemical reaction. Nothing new in the chemical reaction. The word is heavy, that chemical reaction, but the process is quite simple to understand. That losing of electron, for example, one of the substance is losing its outermost orbit electron, or sometimes one of the substance is gaining some electrons from the other. Some substances are sharing the electrons with each other. So this process of sharing, losing, gaining of electrons is simply called as chemical reaction. Let us take a simple example. I think you know the atomic number sodium. In the 9th standard, you have seen 1 to 20 atomic numbers. If you don't remember, then please recap it by yourself. Sodium. If you remember, the atomic number is always written on the left hand side down corner. So this is its atomic number 11. As per the rules to distribute the electrons in the orbits, its electronic configuration is 281. Got it? It's 281. So sodium has one electron in its outermost orbit. So it has a tendency to lose this one electron. I think you know that if atom having 1, 2 or 3 electrons in the outermost orbit, it has a tendency to lose the electron. So sodium is going to lose this one electron. So when it loses, remember, when it loses this one electron, so this losing reaction is losing activity, losing action of sodium is called as chemical reaction. Losing, chemical reaction. Gaining, chemical reaction. This way. So sodium is going to lose this one electron. So you know, when it loses this one electron, what happens? When it loses this one electron, it forms positive ion. You know this. When atom lose electron, it forms positive ion. When atoms gain the electron, it forms negative ions. So sodium is going to lose this one electron, it forms Na plus, it has lost one electron like this. So what is this? It was sodium atom. And what is this? It is sodium ion. Having a vast difference in the chemical properties. It has 281. But now what is the configuration of this? It will be 2,8 because one electron is lost. So this sodium, now this sodium ion is formed. Now what about this lost one electron? It is lost to what? To whom? Whether it has lost the electron in air, in water, in surrounding? No. The electron is only lost by sodium when some electron gainer is present there. Let us take the example of chlorine. So chlorine atomic number 287. It has a tendency to gain one electron. When it add one electron to itself, it forms Cl minus ion. The configuration of Cl minus would be 288. So it was 7, but one electron is added. So 288. This is called as chloride ion. Name is changed. This was chlorine atom. And this is chloride ion. This was sodium atom, sodium ion. Name is not changed. When you form the positive ion, name of atom is same as the name of ion. But in the negative ion, the name of ion is having IDE suffix behind the name. All these things you have learnt in 9th. We are just recapping everything. So this is what? Electron gain. So electron gaining is also called as chemical reaction. So when an atom loses, gain or share electrons with the other is called as chemical reaction. Now what happened to these two? Let us consider one of the animation here. Then let us say this is sodium atom. Sodium atom. Obviously, if it is atom, it has 281 configuration. Let us say this is chlorine atom. So it has configuration 287 according to its atomic number is 17. Let us say this is one of the sodium atom, this is one of the chlorine atom. It has a tendency to lose this one electron to achieve the stability, and it has a tendency to gain one. So I think both has a requirement of each other. So you just provide the necessary conditions to. See, it is not so that sodium is here and chlorine is here. It has a tendency to lose one and it has a tendency to gain one, and they come closer. When they strike, electron transfer from chlorine, sodium to chlorine. It is not too easy. Okay, the process is quite simple, but the occurring of the process is difficult. We have to provide certain factors, some temperature required, sometimes some pressure required, gravity required, light required, whatever the factor responsible for happening this, we have to provide it. Okay, so let us consider that we have provided all the necessary conditions to occur the reaction. So when you provide this, what happens? One electron will be transferred from sodium to chlorine. So when it transfers this one electron, what happens? Now it forms Na plus. This is now ion. So atom turns to ion. First step and second step. Now what happened to these when it gains one electron? Now it forms Cl minus ion. Previously they were atoms. Now they are what? Ions. Previously they were chargeless. No charge were there. But now they are charged. One having positive charge, another having negative charge. As we know, positive, negative got attracted. So when they attract positive and negative, they come closer. Okay. So this is, I am drawing the whole ion. You know the configuration of sodium ion is 2,8 and chlorine having what? 2,8 now. Now it is 2,8. Let me draw the whole ion. This is its nucleus. Nucleus having 11 protons. This is 2 and this is 8. This I have drawn the whole sodium Na plus ion. Okay. This is plus and this is 288. So its nucleus having 17 protons. 2, 8, 8. 2, 8, 8 and the whole having what charge? Negative charge. So these two ions starts to attract each other because of the opposite charge. So sodium ion, chloride ion, positive, negative. They start to attract because of the opposite charge. They come closer, they come closer, they come closer, closer. As they start to come closer, as they come closer enough to each other, this positively charged nucleus, because look at this, is positive, positive. Whole ion is positive, whole ion is negative, but their nuclei are always positive. Okay, so previously, due to this opposite charge, they start to come closer, closer, closer. But when the nucleus distance decreases, they start to repel. Attraction, but after certain distance, repulsion also starts. So what happens? Na plus Cl minus, closer, closer. As they come closer, nucleus repulsion comes into the action, and at one moment, attraction and repulsion becomes equal. So what happens? They come closer, closer, repulsion increases, increases, both becomes equal, so the system becomes steady, like this. They do not stick, they are still certain distance away, Na plus and Cl minus. But because now there is no force of attraction and no force of repulsion, they are neither coming closer, neither going away. So now this system remains as it is. How can we draw? Let us say this is next step would be that Na plus and Cl minus having certain distance. And now this distance remains fixed, and this system now considered as a single system, and that is called as molecule of compound. This way the compound is formed. Normally we represent these like this NaCl. Actually, it should be represented like this Na plus Cl minus, but overall one positive, one negative again becomes 0. So we do not represent the positivity. So normally it is represented like this NaCl. But the fact is internally they are not sticked. Many of the students of 10th, 11th and 12th, someone has cracked the exam of JEE also, but they do not know that NaCl N and Cl are not sticked. They are certain distance away from each other, but there is a equal force of attraction and repulsion. So the ions are not coming closer as well as they are not going away. So this is called as this is the best example of one of the chemical reaction. What happened here? Electron losing as well as gaining. So this is called as chemical reaction. So this was the element, means atom. This was the element, and they form the compound. So to form the compound, some chemical reaction should be occur. Something should happen like losing of electron or gaining of electron, then only the compound can be formed. Okay, so to form the compound, to form the new substances, to form the new compounds, there must be some chemical reaction occur. Without chemical reaction, nothing can be formed. So now, let us say, for example, the same example, let me repeat. I can write like this: sodium reacts with chlorine to form sodium chloride. This is the word form of the reaction which we have done. In this chapter, in the beginning of the chapter, we have to understand how the chemical reaction can be represented. This is the word form of chemical reaction. Chemical reaction. Which type of chemical reaction occurs? Sodium reacts with chlorine to form. Okay, so this is one of the word form, but we have to represent this chemical reaction in the form of chemical equation. The form in which the reaction is represented is called as chemical equation. There are some rules to represent the elements taking part in the reaction, and there are some rules to write the chemical equation that we will see later. But this is the way, this is our chapter actually. Then in this chapter we have to understand how we can represent the chemical equation, chemical reaction in the form of chemical equation. So what? Let us say one example, for example, magnesium. I think it's a very old example that let us say this is Bunsen burner here. Okay, magnesium ribbon. Let us say this is magnesium strip. Magnesium strip is burnt in presence of oxygen. So here what happens? Here actually the reaction is between magnesium reacts with oxygen to form new substance called magnesium oxide. So this is again the chemical reaction in the word form. Every time it is very difficult to represent any reaction in the word form. If you perform this activity in your lab, then you will see that this is a solid piece of magnesium, but when it reacts with oxygen, it is converted to powder. You will see some powders falling down, and this is what the magnesium oxide powder. When you are performing some activity, whatever the activity you are performing in the laboratory, how can you know that some chemical reaction is going on? Okay, so for that you have to see, are you seeing any change in state, change in color, change in property? These things represent that something is changing. So some chemical properties changes. The change in the chemical property indicates that the chemical reaction is going on. Okay. Change of color, some type of particular energy coming out, sometimes energy required. So this type of indications you can know with the help of which you can know whether the reaction is going on or not. So this is all about the basic information we have seen in the 9th standard. In the next lecture we will start with how we can represent chemical reaction in the form of chemical equation. We will learn how to write chemical equations. Till then, just to recap, 9th, some terms like element, some compound. We just go through the definitions of element, compound. Go through the ionic forms which you have been given in this classroom, as well as it is given in your textbook of 9th standard, Na plus, Cl minus, Mg2 plus. You just go through this type of ions. It will help you to write the chemical reactions. Till then, best of luck.